Today we're going to show you how to change the color of black clothing and objects to any other color. Hello and welcome to PHLEARN. My name is Aaron Nace, and today we got an awesome challenge. We're going to be changing black clothing into other colors. Now, if you just have like a green shirt, you can use the hue saturation slider to just make that green into yellow or red and things like that, but there's no real color in black. So we're going to be using a completely different method to get that black clothing to look like any other color. So we're starting off with this beautiful sample image, and I first need to select my subject's clothing. Now, thankfully, lucky for us, right over here in the object selection tool, all I have to do is select the object selection tool, or W is my keyboard shortcut. Up here at the top, it says select people, and you can see you can reload this and it's gonna think and find all the people, which is great. Now I'm gonna go to select people. We have, yes, our person here, but you know what? We're not gonna select the entire person. We're just simply going to select their upper clothes and then their lower clothes. I'm gonna zoom out just to make sure that both upper clothes and lower clothes. Yep, that looks great. Look at that. That's all we have to do. We're gonna hit apply, and there we go. We have a selection of just their clothing. How amazing is that? So quick and easy to do. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do now that we have this selection is we're going to load this into a solid color fill layer. And this is going to be the color of the subject's clothing. Don't worry, you're gonna be able to change the color at any time. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go to layer, down to new fill layer, and we're gonna go to solid color. Fantastic. And we're gonna hit okay. I'm just gonna choose like a dark red, something like that, and hit okay. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and zoom out and see how this looks. About like what you would think. It looks horrible, right? We just have red right over our subject's clothing. Now, this did a pretty good job, but just right over here, it didn't get that part of our subject's clothing correct. So here on your layer mask, simply use your brush tool and you can paint white or black on your layer mask. There we go. And maybe it actually thought that you're supposed to do this chair here, or thought this chair was a part of this clothing, which is not. So we're gonna go ahead and paint that away as well. All right. Fantastic. And there we go. Everything else looks really good. So that's our subject's clothing. And now all we have is this red area right on top of our subject's clothing. Now, the reason this doesn't look good is because there's no texture, there's no highlights, there's no shadow. It's just a red blob over top of our subject's clothing. But check this out. Even though clothing is black, for the most part, especially if it's properly exposed, you do have a lot of detail in that black. You have your highlights and your shadows and things like that. And this is the detail that we want to extract. So if I can extract this detail and then place it back over top of the red, then it's going to look perfectly detailed, just like the original dress. So here's how we do it. Basically, what we need to do is we need to select out the clothing once more. Select the clothing again. Now, I could go up here to my object selection tool, there we go, and go through the same process that I did, or because I already have the selection that I updated on the layer mask for my color fill layer, I can just select that. So let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna hold Control or Command and click here on the layer mask for the color fill layer, because remember, I updated a part that was over here and I removed the chair from that selection, right? So that was the two things that I did there. Okay. Now, because we went ahead and made that selection, now I have a selection of my subject's clothing. So here in our background layer, what we're gonna do is hit Control or Command J, and that's gonna duplicate whatever is inside of this selection onto a new layer. So I have my background layer selected. Let's hit Control or Command J. It's gonna duplicate it, okay? And then we have literally just my subject's clothes. And then right above it, we have the red. Isn't that so cool? Wow, okay. So we're just gonna call this clothing, and then I'm gonna say highlights, and we're gonna say shadows, okay? There we go, and we're gonna call this clothing color. I am not typing too well today. Okay, let's fix this up. Okay, so now what we wanna do is make sure that our layers are in the proper order. We want our color to be below the highlights and shadows. So let's go ahead right over here. We're gonna take the clothing color and click and drag this down underneath, okay? So we have the clothing color, let's turn that on. And then we have our highlights and shadow, we're gonna turn that on right above it. Okay, that looks really good. Now, here's the thing. With these highlights and shadows, right? They're not blending in at all to the red beneath it. So we need to choose a blending mode to help them blend in. So we're gonna click right up here where it says normal and check a couple blending modes. Now here in multiply blend mode, you can kind of see it, but it still looks really dark. There's a few other blend modes that might actually work for us, okay? And as I scroll down here, you're gonna start to see the effect that we're getting. Linear dodge looks kind of cool. Overlay could work, soft light could work. Hard light is actually working pretty well right off the bat. But you know what? Multiply does actually work really, really well. So we're gonna use multiply. But what I need to do is I need to change the light and dark levels of my highlights and shadow layer, okay? And for that, we're gonna use a levels adjustment right on this layer. Okay, so let's go ahead and convert it to a smart object. That way we can change this levels at any time. So we're gonna go to layer, down here to smart objects, and then convert to a smart object. There we go. Now, all I have to do is hit Control or Command L for levels, and then check this out. I'm gonna take my white point and bring this from the right to the left, and then look at this. This is all, basically I'm choosing the amounts of highlights and shadows that I want to appear over top of the red color. So it's taking the highlights and shadows of the original dress. I'm able to fine tune just how they blend in. Look at this, all this fine tune control that I have. There we go, hit okay. And then this is showing up over top of the red. And look at how good that looks. I mean, it's totally seamless. It's exactly the same dress that our subject is wearing before. All we did is, and let's go ahead and just turn these layers off. Okay, we have a solid color fill layer that's only visible where the clothing is, and then right above it, we have the texture from the clothes showing up over top of that solid color. Now, the cool thing is, let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit here. If I want to change the color of this clothing, it's so easy to do. Literally, all I have to do is double click right here on this color, and then check this out. We're just gonna move some things around so you can see. All I have to do is just move through my different colors here, and automatically any color that I choose is going to look great. Look at that, green color looks amazing. Every one of these colors, maybe it's a little bit saturated, so I'm just gonna take down the saturation a little bit. Every one of these colors looks fantastic, and it's because we have the highlights and shadows over top of it. Okay, so again, keep in mind, this layer is a duplicate of the original black clothing. It's set to a multiply blend mode. We made it a smart object, and then we use levels. You can double click right here on your levels to change this at any time. Maybe you want to be a little bit more subtle, like a darker dress, okay? Maybe you want to bring your midtones to the left or the right. You have a lot of control of just exactly how all this stuff shows up. And you can even go ahead and change this all the way back to the original. You can hold Alt or Option, and this is going to set to reset. And then you can bring it just like how you want it and really get your fine-tuned results. This is so nice. And don't forget, just double click right here at any time and then dial in your color. Look at this, a nice blue color. This is so nice. So a really good way you can do this, in this case we did with clothes, but you can really do this with any type of object. So the idea basically is we're taking that black object, okay? We're putting a color right over it, and then we're taking the highlights and shadows of that black, putting it over top and using a blend mode so it all blends together perfectly. Let's show you a before and after and a few different color combinations. Now you want a little bit of a bonus, we're going to give you one. Check this out. If I use my gradient, I'm gonna hit G for our gradient tool, okay? And here in my gradient, there we go. Let's go ahead and choose a color. Let's try one of these pinks and purples. That looks great, okay? We're gonna use a linear gradient. I'm just gonna go from the top down just like this, okay? And now what we're gonna do, because I have a gradient, I'm gonna hold Alt or Option and just simply duplicate my clothing color mask from the clothing color to the gradient. So hold Alt or Option and click and drag. That's going to just simply copy your layer mask from one to another. And now I have a gradient of her clothing from top to bottom. And check this out, I can change this gradient at any time. So all of these gradients, see, you can see at the top, it's starting with this kind of pink and going down to the purple. We can go to these blues. All of these different gradients are gonna start to give me different effects. So not only am I able to, ooh, that one looked really cool, right? Not only can I just change it to a solid color, but I can go to any one of these gradients and then choose exactly what I want it to look like. And we're gonna get some stunning effects every single, ooh, that one looked good, right? every single time we get these stunning effects with the gradients and the colors and textures right over top. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Let me know in a comment right down below what you would like to learn next. And if you want to learn more advanced Photoshop knowledge, check out PHLEARN Pro. We have an exclusive discount available for you. Click on the link right down below. Thanks again. I'll Phlearn you later. Bye everyone.